We, we couldn't believe before our very eyes Edward was still alive. Thomas was relieved to see the old iron still alive. Edward, you're alive. Indeed I am, Thomas. How are you alive, though? More likely, how on earth did you survive? It's a long story. I'll explain on our way, though. Me and yours are at the sheds. Then that's where we're heading off to, then. I can't wait to see our engines there. Others? Who are they? I'll explain later, Blue. We better hurry, though. You two better get into my cab. Okay, alright. And as soon as we did, we head off to the sheds. While on our way to tip of sheds, I talked to Blue about the rest of Thomas's friends. And there's no doubt that she was quite fascinated by it. Even though she never seen talking trains before, it does sound very interesting. We arrived at Titmuth, and it's a ghost town. So, what are the others you talking about? Right in the sheds. It's safe to come out, you two. And there was James and Percy. Thomas was relieved to see that they're okay. We all huddled up in the sheds where we were safe. And while doing so, Thomas asked James on how he and Percy survived too. Well, Thomas, Percy couldn't remember what happened, so I'll explain mine. There I was, at Covenant's Gate, waiting for the passengers to climb aboard. While that's happening, me and Barry were talking about what happened at an island full of dinosaurs. It's a shame of what happened to those people back in Jurassic World. Those people really deserved better, especially that train from the monorail. I agree. Until we saw a blue, well, dark blue steam engine who looked exactly like me. Me and Barry couldn't recognize that guy, but it looked like he was up to something. They whispered to someone in his cab, saying, "Alright, sir, attack them." We didn't know what's going on until some thugs came in and attacked the stations. Everyone was terrified until I noticed that Barry was attacked by a lizard with frills. My driver said it looked to be like a Dilophosaurus. And that's when I realized that Barry was now turned against me. The Dilophosaurus told him to kill number 5. I know exactly what that meant, so I ran as fast as I could. Then Barry started to chase after me. We've gone through a high-speed chase like never before. He was catch up to me, but I was determined to escape from him. Right before he knows it, he got hit by a truck during a chase. It was perfect enough for me to escape. And just when I thought it was over, the white dinosaur came and started charging at us. I managed to get out of the way, but most of the passengers from the back of the coach weren't so lucky. Some engines turned against us, while others were lucky enough to be spared. Some story that is. Tell me about it. And your friend is not the only one who survived. What do you mean? We have your survivors too. What a day of surprise. It appears I'm not the only survivor here. Mario, Luigi, and your guy I couldn't recognize survived as well. Heh. He wasn't kidding. How'd you three survive? Funny you asked. After when me and Luigi left the station, came back to our proper jobs. Our playing jobs, mind you. Yeah, I get that. Anyways, we heard the explosion from a distance. And right away, we knew something was wrong. We saw a Carnotaurus chase after Thomas and you. Oh, and Twilight and Spike. Anyways. We only hope that you guys are okay. But luckily, you managed to escape. As we can see. Anyways. While you guys were escaping from the Carnotaurus, me and Luigi took the car to escape the dinosaur attack. However, while doing so, the tire popped out, so we're stranded. And luckily enough, we saw James while we were trying to escape from the dinosaur attack. And we climbed aboard on his passenger coaches. Mainly the third one was destroyed beyond recognition. We were lucky enough to escape. Yeah, because if it wasn't for James, we would most likely be dead. That's quite a story. Wait, did she just talk? Yeah, it's a long story. Okay, so I don't know this guy. Who are you? Oh. Well, my name is Stepney, and I really don't have any friends. What happened? I prefer not to talk about it. But after I was sent here to this island, I noticed, well, I sensed right away that a great evil has risen. So I knew someone was planning to take over Sodor. And given I'm not a fighter, I know I wouldn't be able to stop them. Aren't you a Godzilla, though? Well, yeah, but I was getting tired of fighting, so... Also, I really appreciate it if you don't point a gun at me. Sorry. While we're in the sheds, we noticed a few engines pass by. Stepney, the Bluebow engine, had passed by from Timothy's sheds, determined to escape. Then we saw another engine. There's a B-12 engine with a number 3 on its side bunkers and a letter that says LNER on its tender. I couldn't recognize him since I barely even met the guy.